right here, and today I have Mario Brown. And Mario Brown is one of the few marketers in this business that I actually respect. He's a guy that I look up to. You know, we all have people that, you know, we look up to and we look at the things that they're doing and we'd like to be like that. I'll be completely honest, and I'm not just saying this to blow Mario's head up a little bit, but Mario is one of the guys that I actually look up to, and I see the things that he's done. I think to myself, I wish I could do things like that, and I hope I can get to the level that he's at. And today we are going to talk about a new training that he has coming out called Automated Webinar Profits. Automated Webinar Profits, right?
Yep, correct.
Awesome. So Mario, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
Hey, thanks for having me, and thanks for the nice introduction, man.
Well, you know, it's true. It's easy to say things that are nice when they're true. It's when you have to invent them that it's hard to do.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
So Mario's, you've been on a little bit of a hiatus for a while, haven't you?
Yep. Last 9 months, man. 7 months, excuse me. Just focused, changed my values around a little bit, put family and health first. You know, working out in CrossFit with my wife together, spending a lot of quality time with my son, and now, you know, getting back into the swing of things. Created a really cool test with Facebook traffic and webinars that we're going to talk about that is fully automated and had some really good results, and want to share that, you know, with other people out there who want to automate their business and get some revenue going. It's the end of the year. You know, we all want to finish strong. Yeah,
absolutely. And, you know, the other thing to be thinking about with it being the end of the year is 2017 is coming out. So now is the time to start planning on what you're going to do for the next year, because you don't want to go into things saying, I'll figure it out. You want to have an idea of what you're going to do. And that's something that was interesting to me, is that you said automated webinars. And one of the reasons why I contacted you about this, because I do webinars and I do webinars well, but a problem with webinars is that you have to be able to get hundreds of people into a webinar all at once. Unless you have a big email list, doing like webinars one-off as you feel like it is really not that practical, because how are you going to get hundreds of people into a webinar at once? However, with an automated webinar, it's kind of like always running. It's like having your sales rep always on the clock working for you.
Literally, it's like having a machine out there generating leads and making sales. And the cool thing with the automated also is, with a live webinar, people get nervous because there could be an audience and they could mess up. With an automated one, you at home, you record it, you can edit it. Like, you know, you just make the perfect version and you upload it, and then it's good to go. You don't have to show up live. You don't have to trade time for money. It's literally a machine out there that is, you know, cranking sales and follow up for you. So I was super happy with the case study.
Yeah, that's an important thing, the editing part, because I know, like, when I do webinars, I get so shy, man. When I do them, I'm like so nervous. I'm like doing my little pitch or doing my little training, and I'm always in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, man, I hope I don't sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
But when you do a recorded one, you can watch it, you can go over it, you can say, man, I'll do this part over, I'll edit that part, get it picture perfect, and then release it to people.
Yeah, exactly. So it takes off pressure. So if someone has never done one, it's going to make it a lot easier with an automated one, specifically if they, you know, look at my system and use my templates and things like that.
So can we talk a little bit about the training that you have here?
Yeah, sure. So it's a case study. I want to make sure that people understand it right away. It's very different from the typical information product where it's a lot of theory. Mine is a case study, meaning I actually took my money and my time, invested it, and I'm going to give your subscribers basically my landing page, my actual ad campaign, the actual webinar presentation, walk them through it, and the email follow-up. It's all like results-based. So I just wanted to put it out there because I think it's important that once in a while someone comes around and like shows them, okay, this is what you, and you do the same thing. I obviously just promoted your product and you are like in there, okay, this is my group. This is when I post, you know, and people love that when they look over your shoulder and it's real. It's not someone dreaming up a bunch of theory. So just wanted to put that out there, that it's a case study. And basically really simple, for 10 days, I set up a simple webinar. I sent some very inexpensive traffic for $5 a day. And I generated in the 10 days, $5,000, $5,300 in revenue. And, you know, that's like a nice 400% return of investment. And it was completely hands-off. So it sounds cheesy in our space, internet marketing, hands-off, autopilot, but this literally was hands-off. Like you set it up once and then you let the machine run, and, you know, the traffic, the conversion, and the follow-up is completely automated and pretty simple to set up.
Now you're using Facebook ads to send traffic?
I like Facebook traffic. Now, the cool thing is once you have your webinar out there, you can send any traffic. Like if you want to do SEO, Twitter, I don't care what it is that you want to do, but I do recommend Facebook because, you know, $5 a day, everyone has $5 $5 a day. And like you said in your video, actually, someone can invest $5 a day, ready for business in the first place. So yeah, I like Facebook. You can be, like this, like literally be up and running today.
Yeah, that's something I've said before. Recently, I think in a training that I was doing, people hear that and they hear paid ads, they hear Facebook, and they're like, "Oh man, I got to spend money." And I say, "Yes, this is a business."
Yeah.
But fortunately, you're not going to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars. The example I use all the time is when I opened up my ice cream parlor. I paid $15,000 for an ice cream machine. So compare that, and I was selling that was so I could sell ice creams at $1.70 a pop. Okay,
yeah.
Right? I mean, compare that to being able to run $5 a day on a Facebook ad, and one sale gets you a couple $100. I mean, it's a pretty big difference there, right?
It's a big difference. And the cool thing is, like I said, once your webinar is out there, you can literally send any traffic. The cool thing is, it's all about focus. Like a lot of people, they try too many things at the same time. They jump on Periscope, Snapchat, Twitter, and then they spread themselves too thin. They're not getting any results. And I always tell you, focus on one traffic source. I don't care which one it is, but master one and make one good offer. And if people would focus on that in the beginning, and then you master other things, and for me, that is Facebook traffic.
Well, that's actually something that I say to people too is, I'm going to sound horrible when I say this, but marketers have gotten too good at being marketers. So what they do is, what happens is marketers always make these cool products. They're good products. They can generate excitement and buzz, and the customers tend to bounce from one thing to another because they buy something like, man, this is great, I'm going to do this. And then 2 days later, they open up an email and they say, oh, wait, this is great, I'm going to do this. And guess what? They just forgot about that other thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if they could just focus a little bit more, but I think, that, and Mike does the same, and I do the same. At the end of the day, you have to build a list. So whatever, your subscribers choose to do, focus on making sure that it builds your subscribers. So with my system, for example, not all of the sales happen on the actual webinar. A lot of my sales actually come from the email follow-up. So the cool thing is you drive traffic, and it's when someone registers for the webinar, they're added to your autoresponder. So now you're building a list as well. You're making sales, you get the branding. And like I said, it's the most important thing that we can teach our people is build an audience, build a list. That's going to be your asset. And you know that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to build up that list. You can keep, once you have them, then that's it. They're your customer. Even if they don't buy off you, they're your customer. And that's completely true what you said about the webinars. I mean, I know when I do like more mid-ticket stuff, I'll do webinars, to my list, or webinars to groups that I've built up. Sometimes I do a webinar. It just happened a couple of weeks ago. We didn't really sell that much on the webinar, and I was doing it with my partner, Mike from Maine, and I was like, man, I guess this didn't work out too well. And then he's like, well, let's see what happens. And then a couple hours later, I guess the replay email started going in people's inboxes, and we started getting some sales, and so I was like, oh my God, thank you. I thought I failed here, and it actually worked out,
There's so much magic in the follow-up. It's insane. And with my system here, the cool thing is it's automated. So yes, you have to write the emails the first time, but give me a break. I mean, you got to be willing to put some work into your business, So you just write 3 or 5 emails, you upload them, and now it's automated. And literally, it sounds cheesy, but that's how it is. You wake up, you log in, and you check your stats. Okay, how many leads did I get today? How many sales did I make? How many emails were sent out? So that is more of a lifestyle business versus, I don't know, man, doing a bunch of different things, spreading yourself too thin and then being frustrated because you're not getting any tangible results in anything.
Well, I think a tip for anybody that wants, and it's what you're talking about. It's just exactly what you're talking about. And it's a tip for anybody that wants to get online and start making money online. You do have to put effort into it first. But the thing you got to remember is, like, when you have a job, you go to your job and you work and you're selling your hours. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're salaried. I don't care if you're going to get smart and say, I'm a salary worker, I don't sell my hours. You still sell your hours, because if you don't go, you don't get paid, right? The difference between that and, say, somebody working online or somebody running usually any kind of business, though, is that you build up an asset. And that's how it becomes more, you have to work to build the asset, but you only have to do that once, and then the asset can pay you multiple times.
And for years to come, like, it's insane.
I have software that I sell every day that I wrote 2 years ago, and I sell it every single day.
Yeah, I hear you on that. So it is about building an asset, and I think we have to do what we can to teach our people to do that, and that's why I created this program. Okay, try a different approach. Whatever you did in 2016 that didn't work, maybe try this approach and keep it simple with one traffic source, one webinar, and email follow-up, and see what happens. And you know, it worked out really well for me, and I think other people can do the same thing, because I didn't use my list here. I didn't send my list there. This is cold traffic from Facebook that then subscribed, and now they're becoming my subscribers because I'm building a relationship with them, and I cover all of that inside the training.
So you're actually getting paid to build your list too, because you're making money from the webinars, you're building your list, you're genuinely getting paid to build your list.
It's the best business in the world. If you can figure out how to break even, or even better, get paid for building your list, it's gold. That is the best way, you know, in online marketing.
Now,
you can't beat it.
What about, let me ask you this. I don't want to get too much into the training, because I don't want you to give away the training before people get the training, but I do want to ask this. Are you telling people to sell their own product on the webinar, or to sell something that they're an affiliate for, or how is that working?
It's both. So if someone has a product, obviously sell your own product, because that's how you have the highest profit margin. But I know that a lot of people, when I started out, I didn't have a product. So then you pick an affiliate program. On a webinar, the beautiful thing is you can sell something for $97, $197, $497. I see some people selling products for $2,000 and more. So there's a nice range right here. So you can sell something even for $47 if you wanted to, because it's automated. You could do a membership site. So both. Affiliate marketers, it's great, and for people who want to sell their own programs, it's great.
You know, I guess, yeah. I mean, if even if it's somebody else's system, you still get the advantage of, since people have to sign up for the webinar, you still get the lead. So, like, the big thing that I was always against me for affiliate marketing is that, okay, sure, I'm getting a commission, but I'm basically building somebody else's business up because I'm giving them the email lead. But since these people have to sign up for the webinar, you still get the lead.
Correct. Yep. So you're building your list right there. And in the beginning, it's just nicer to start out with an affiliate, because you don't have to worry about, you know, product delivery and all this stuff. But later on, then you do want to turn the tables and you want to become a vendor. But yeah, on a webinar, you can sell your own product, or you're as an affiliate, you can do high ticket, or you can do 97, 47. I would say charge at least 47 if you go through the trouble of doing a webinar, so that, you know, your profit margin is better.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do all this for a $4.99 product, WSO or something. You know, you won't make any money on it. So, you know, 47 is not a high price. I mean, people buy $47 products all the time. I mean, honestly, in the IM space, especially if you're in the IM space, or if you're in you know, working online, 47 is almost like on the borderline of impulse buy. You know.
Yep, I agree with that.
Okay, so I got access to the training from you before, but I haven't. I watched the welcome. I haven't watched all the videos yet. I'm going to do that though tonight, so I can write my full review. But let me just, for everybody that's watching this video, I get in, I come in, I just bought this from you. What do I get? What is provided for me?
Yeah, so basically, I think one of the coolest things that you're going to get is my actual registration page, my thank you page, and my Facebook ad, broken it down, and then also a look inside my ads manager where I show you exactly who I targeted. And one thing that I didn't mention on this video right now is I actually got a 60% show-up rate, which is insane, from cold traffic. So just to explain, out of 100 people who came to my registration page from cold traffic, 60 of them showed up live on the webinar. And I show the screenshot and I log into my account, I show, and it's amazing. So I teach in this system how I'm getting the 60% show-up rate. I break down the Facebook ad, I do some video ads, I teach as well. And then of course, I break down my webinar that is converting really well. And I have some training also on the landing pages and on the thank you page. How do you bond with your audience and things like that? So it's the whole system, but based on results, no theory right here.
Awesome. What about upsells, upgrades, anything like that?
Yeah, so basically with the main system, that's all you need to really succeed with it. But if you want to get faster results, there's an upgrade #1, and that is email templates that I've personally written and used in the past for my products and webinars. So my automated webinar sequence, it's about 7 or 8 emails that I've written. I give them to your subscribers. If you want to do a live webinar, the one that I use the emails to promote before, during, and after webinar, I also added them. And if you in the future at any point want to do a product launch, the emails that I personally have written, I also included them in upgrade #1. And then a little cool bonus is my subject line swipe file. So basically, long story short, I went through my Infusionsoft and I looked at the last 2 years and checked which subject lines gave me the highest open rates. Okay, and then I looked at the ones from Frank Kern and Brendan Bouchard, and I added the best ones into one swipe file, so that your subscribers, they never again have to look at a blank screen like, oh, what should I write? It's like, open up the swipe file, here's your subject line, here's Mara's email, you just adjust it to your niche, and that's upgrade number 1.
That's actually a good thing, because I actually just ran a test recently to my own list. I sent an email out, and I had a subject line like I normally. It was for a review, and normally when I send out a review, I say Brett Rutecky, the name of the product, and then review. Okay, great. Not exciting, but at least I'm branding myself. That's what I've always done. And then I just to test it, I used a better subject line, something that I thought up of. You know, there's a little more creative in my subject line. Sent it out to the exact same list. Not only did I get more opens, but I got more clicks from the better subject line. So yeah, no, for everybody watching this, don't ever underestimate the importance of a good subject line.
Yeah, it is key. And I thought that's one of the most helpful things that I can provide. So that's why I included in upgrade number 1.
Okay, now there's a number 2 then?
Yeah, there's upgrade number 2, and that is a 2-hit combo, and one is a webinar template. So what I mean by that is I call it my $1 million template. So it's an actual PowerPoint presentation that you can open up on your PC or on your Mac. And it has all my slides from beginning till the end, like the picture, the copy, everything is fill in the blank. So if someone has never done a webinar, literally they open that file, PowerPoint opens up, and there's the offer, and you just enter, you just put your graphic, you put your copy, of course, you know, module number 1, you put your story, but I structured it for the highest conversions the way I do my webinars. So this is really, really helpful, and it's the one that I've been using the last couple of years, and I think that's going to be a great addition for someone who doesn't want to start from scratch, basically. But because I want to over-deliver, I also packed my home study course, Webinar Mastery, in upgrade number 2, which is a $1,000 program. And it's 9 modules going from 0 to hero, everything that you need to know to create a converting, engaging, and selling webinar, and then get JVs on board and all that good stuff. So that's a $1,000 program. But of course, during this launch special, they're going to get it for next to nothing as a special deal.
Awesome. Is that it then, or is there another one, or is it?
There's one more, and that is for high ticket. So when I open up my newsfeed right now, it's amazing, man. I see so many Facebook ads of people promoting basically how to do high ticket, how to charge premium. Like, I'm getting hammered with those ads, and they charge like 5,000 to 10,000 for that. And I have a course that teaches the same thing that I put out for 1K, and it teaches you basically how do you build the confidence to go from like a $27 product to like a $500 product, and then charge $1,000 and then do like high ticket coaching. So if anyone is interested down the road to do high ticket stuff, one-on-one coaching, group coaching, how do you have people apply on the phone? How do you close them without being salesy? This is what that product can cover. So webinars are great to sell premium products. I know not everyone's ready for it, but I know some of the people watching this, they're like, hey, down the road, I want to do high ticket too. So for that person, that would be a great upgrade.
Yeah, I might need review access to that, Mario. And I'm not saying that just because I want to go through the training.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, you know, I don't want to brag, but I believe that in our world, like the JVZoo low ticket world, I'm one of the best when it comes to getting someone to come into the funnel, but then bonding with them, and then they're actually investing in my high ticket programs, my membership sites. And, you know, a lot of people in our world, they move from one thing to the other. I actually nurture, and you have to build a little bit of a relationship before someone invests high ticket with you. And that's basically what I teach in the system.
Awesome. Fantastic. And you launch tomorrow at what time?
At 1 p.m. Eastern time. And there's going to be, for your people, a coupon code that you can obviously send them. And, you know, I always want to reward action takers. So the first people who sign up, they always get it at the very lowest price. And then, you know, every day the price goes up. We want to reward action takers.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, you want to get in early, get it as quick as possible so you can get at the lowest price possible.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, Mario, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to check out the training. You sent me the review access already. I watched some of the welcome videos. I'm going to go through the whole thing and check it out, and I'll go ahead and make out my review. And in the meantime, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. I know you're really busy.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You have a great day, Mario.
Bye-bye.